Oh shoot, maybe I'm actually not so ready. There it is. Okay. Oh shoot, maybe I'm actually not so ready. Bonds are here. Okay. 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 Is there a screen delay? Yeah, I can't even. Okay. When do I start talking? Is there a screen delay? Yeah, I can't even. You know what? This is kind of scuffed. I think I'm good. Sorry guys, this is the first time we've done a YouTube live in a very, 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 very long time. You know what? So things are gonna go a little bit awry. Sorry guys, but thank you guys for showing up to the first ever Syndicate live on YouTube. As you can see, me and Socrates, the beautiful Socrates, is live from Twitter Space as well as YouTube. So yeah, you can see us. You guys saw a video of us at Consensus, only saw Socrates really, and here I am. This is me, Jericho. So yeah, today at Syndicate, we wanted to do a little bit of something different. First time ever doing something live, and we wanted to go through on our YouTube, essentially our deck of the daily brews, what we're doing at Syndicate, and our vision, our mission, and what's going on. But lots of things have changed. Someone says that there's an echo. I need someone to confirm that. But yeah, there's lots of things that we're going to be doing differently. And we want to present our vision of what Syndicate can be. But yeah, we can jump straight into it. And we'll talk about me and Socrates later, us as founders and who we are. But I want to show you guys this. There's a little video from Consensus. And I'll just play it for you guys. And watch together.
We are at the core a great storytelling company that engages content creators and community. And those are the things that are at the core, foundational to our culture, foundational to the kinds of people that we're bringing into the company. Obviously, we want to stay true to our community and bring value to the community, but at the same time, as part of our promotion of what Web3 can do, I see it as our mission to also help brands harness the power of what Web3 can do to them, and in the end, it creates a much better experience overall. For us, my mission is to make Web3 as easily available and bring great content creators and the economy together in a way that we just keep investing on it. The experiences, if they're excellent, users will follow. We're not a traditional company, I'll tell you that.
There you go. So that was a little recap of our trip to Consensus, but also who we think we are as a company, right? So with what Syndicate is doing is we're trying to become a Web3 media company, not just news, but a full suite media company, right? So what does that mean? We want to engage you guys, our community, and the audience of building this business together, and we'll tell you guys specifically how we do that. But for us, community has been huge for us, right? Whether it be big, small, the thing is that every Web3 business, every NFT business is built off the back of community. So this comes into play with storytelling, who we are, and where we're going, right? But before I move on, Socrates, you want to say anything? Want to mention anything?
Nope. I think we're going fantastic. I did check the stream. We don't have echo, so we're good to go there. But thank you guys for being here, as usual. As Jericho mentioned, we are going for something a lot bigger, a lot broader than just news. we're going for that media aspect. We're going for that community component, and it's going to be really exciting to pursue that, not just with everybody, but with the team and just everyone, I guess, involved with Syndicate as a whole. So yeah, for sure.
100%. Let's not have this go again. Okay. Here we go. So daily ruse. There's actually wrong information here, but we'll tell you guys a little bit about that a little bit as well. But yeah, daily ruse. First kangaroo PFP collection to hop onto Solana. And daily ruse are backed by the power and utility of our media company, the Syndicate Network, right? So you see all these amazing brews. They look fantastic. And the supply is actually going to change. So we'll discuss that at the end of this this stream. Well, if you guys do have any questions, just drop them now, and we'll get to it by the end of the stream. So, what is the Syndicate Network, right? The Syndicate Network, we say always, we're more than just news. We're a full suite media company. And we see our business broken down into 5 separate parts. So we have Syndicate News, which will be our news branch of the business. This is going to be our mechanism of keeping people informed, entertained, and ahead in the Web3 ecosystem. And we're currently doing that with our Discord news bot, which reaches over 400 Discord servers and 1 million unique Discord users. We're in big servers such as Wise Whales, Turtles, Wolf Capital, Jelly Rascals, and many, many more. So that's Syndicate News, what we're building right now. Syndicate Media. This is something that we're going to be venturing into, which is going to be the entertainment arm of Syndicate. So this is going to be through Twitter Spaces, which Socrates the King has done over 100 since the beginning of this year. Fantastic. Video journalism, this is going to be big for us as well, doing docu-series about NFT collections, NFT cultures, and things like that, as well as live news coverage at Web3 events. So Syndicate, we were blessed to be invited to Consensus, the top Web3 conference in the world, and we intend to go to basically every NFT event out there. So NFT NYC, NFT LA, and we also have the intention of going to Breakpoint in Amsterdam, I believe, this year. So that as well. Syndicate Studios, this is the monetization arm of the business, right? How do we take the other parts of our business and actually generate revenue, right? To bring value to our holders and our community. So with Syndicate Studios, we have something that no one else has, which is a unique type of reach. So currently right now with all NFT projects, where are NFT projects getting most of their, like how are they doing their outreach, right? They're doing it via Twitter and Discord. A Discord announcement, their internal community, and a Twitter community, also their internal community. With Syndicate, we are in 400 unique communities in 4 months. We reach 1 million unique people also in 4 months, all on Discord, all over Solana. And that's not just going to be Solana. It's going to be Aptos, Sui, ETH, Polygon, every single chain. So we can leverage our Discord network to promote other people's businesses, products, software, whatever, as well as we're looking to do a newsletter, going to events, promoting people there. So yeah, Syndicate Studios is going to be, we believe, a very powerful monetization arm of our business. Daily Ruse, this is going to be our growth engine, and we've already seen this in play. So we actually have an affiliate program. Our affiliate program has about 20 affiliates and 7 network leads. And through our affiliates, we were able to add so many servers. And we've had great people like Task from Ghost Kid. We have Hangjack, we have Drizzle, we have Gurk, Lemke, many, many great affiliates. And they have been the driving force of our growth. So a big thing with Syndicate is proving our concepts before we even go to market. We haven't done a mint yet, right? We have just proven ourselves and try to, show you guys the value that we're bringing. So with our affiliate program, we have all these affiliates. They have been paid. We have a system. We do trainings every week, and it's been a great process. So the Daily Ruse, they are going to serve as that growth engine, but there's also going to be other ways Daily Ruse will be benefiting from Syndicate, which I'll go into later. And then finally is Syndicate University. So with Syndicate, we want to be the community of go-getters, right? People who are in Web3, who are serious about Web3, but also want to get a start in Web3. So this is going to be a branch of our business where we, teach people and create events and classes and programs that will help people learn skills to pursue a future in Web3, whether that be networking skills or sales skills, anything at all, right? Because most people, they start as mods when they get into Web3. We want to offer something different. You can start as an affiliate, and you can actually learn sales skills. You can make money, right, doing that. And Syndicate University also being built out by me and Socrates. But yeah, to put this all in perspective of why are we doing news? Why are we doing all of this, right? We think that the NFT news space is untouched, especially crypto news has quite a bit of players in the game right now. You have people like CoinDesk, you have The Block, you have all these different people, but NFT news, pretty much no one is doing it. And we want to capitalize on it. So from a Web2 world, Morning Brew, right? Morning Brew, they started in 2014 with just 500 subscribers, and they got acquired for 75 million 6 years later, right? 500 subscribers in a year. We are at 400 servers, 1 million users within 4 months. Okay. Not saying that we will be a Morning Brew, but to put in perspective, where will we be at in 6 years? In only 4 months, we've gained all these users. Next one is CoinDesk. CoinDesk is the largest news company for crypto, and they got acquired in 2016 for 500,000, and now they generate over $65 million in annual revenue. That's not valuation; that's actual revenue they're bringing in, and that also happened within. That's till now. So I'm not great at math. 7 years. So within 7 years, they managed to build up their business and generate that amount of revenue and we actually spoke with the people at CoinDesk when we went to Consensus, and they capitalized on a niche of being just very fast to distribute news. With us, we're capitalizing on a niche of NFT news. There's no players here. Right here as well. So another thing of our long-term mindset is as NFTs and crypto become more adopted, Web3 companies will need to spend more on advertising to capture more Web2 users. So what does that mean, right? If we're all bullish on crypto, we all think that there will be more users that use crypto. Now, with those people using crypto, they're going to be likely to want to use crypto products, such as Coinbase, such as buy NFTs, use marketplaces, use casino sites, whatever, right? And the digital ad spend that these Web3 companies will do is going to be tremendous in what we believe, just seeing the trends of overall digital ad spend, right? You're going to have all these different marketplaces, all these different exchanges, all these NFT collections trying to compete with one another to outspend each other, have more, innovative marketing campaigns to take these users. This is where Syndicate comes in, right? Our advertising solution, we can help these people, right? Another thing is that the news industry is very fragmented, and this allows us to quickly take market share by capitalizing on niche audiences. The niche audiences is NFT, NFT users, right? The NFT community. And finally, Discord, right? Our main product, the Discord Newsbot, is on Discord. We're very bullish on Discord, and you can already see by Discord's growth, 300 million users, 19 million unique servers. Syndicate's only in 400 servers. How many servers can we take, right? But before I move on, Socrates, you have anything to add here?
No, I think it's fantastic. And I think, as Jericho was mentioning, there is this gap. I mean, there is some coverage for NFTs. There's things like NFT Now that cover primarily ETH-centric NFT news. But we plan to kind of change the game there. Not only can we provide news to these other coins in a very effective manner, kind of in a grassroots manner, we're also able to do it to an audience that I guarantee you they do not have access to, which is Discord, right? And as Jericho mentioned, the growth and just the platform of Discord itself is not something to be, sleeping on, right? Or not taking account for. And it's something that we are building for, accommodating for, and pushing as, this kind of narrative as a social media platform. And there's a lot to learn from it. And it's been a lot of fun growing here. And it's extremely, extremely exciting to double down on our niche and be able to push that even further. So, yeah.
100%. But yeah, so this is exactly why we wanted to develop Syndicate. Syndicate has been in the works for 9 months. Not as a news company or a media company. At first, we were a whitelist. I don't even know how to explain that, whitelist marketplace, I guess. And we quickly pivoted the business several times, and then we landed on this niche, and it's really stuck. So we started last June actually in Austin Hacker House, Solana Hacker House, and we launched our product 4 months ago. So it's been a really great ride for sure. Oh, okay, here we go. But yeah, Syndicate News. So here are the two offerings we have for Syndicate News. We have our news bot, and then we have a newsletter, right? With our news bot, this is something that you guys are all familiar with because we have it in Syndicate News or in our Syndicate server. And the reason why this is so valuable is that we wanted to meet readers where they are at, right? Where all the alpha's at, which is Discord. When you're looking at news on Twitter, it's pretty much an echo chamber, right? You're only seeing what you want to see because it's the people you follow. And if you go to an external news site such as CoinDesk or The Block, now you have to search for what the news is. With Syndicate, we bring you the news straight to your Discord server. You can immediately have conversations about what's going on in the space. And we've had people such as Sam in the crowd say that he's literally had, been in VCs and talked to his community about the news. And this is the value of Syndicate News. It's totally free, and it's a 4-step process to get the news bot into your server, and it's lots of value. We do Solana news, crypto news, price action, all this other stuff, right? So this is why we think the adoption of our bot has been so high, just because it's a value packed bot for being free, right? And adding the bot to your server will connect you to our network of Discord communities. So a thing with Syndicate is we're not just going to be sending free news into our network. We have a much broader vision, right? The people using our bot, we don't just see them as like a client. We see them as partners. So this opens up a lot of avenues for us to collaborate with everyone in our network, whether it be someone small, an alpha community, a project, a business, whatever it is. So having a lasting relationship with our network partners is going to be big for us.
And if you don't mind me adding something here, I think one thing that we can also add to all of our partners and the communities involved with Syndicate is that our product, the Syndicate News product, the Syndicate News bot, and the stuff we send in there, right? The content is very engaging, right? As Jericho mentioned, we've had people, talk to us and say, hey, this is something that actually brings discussion to my community and makes things feel a little bit more alive. And that's what we're hoping to do. That's kind of part of the value we look to provide with Syndicate, which is allowing you discussion points or fun interactivity in your server that you otherwise might not have, right? And that's, we tried out these pilot programs where it's like, I said, NFT. It's a little bit more engaging, fun, lighthearted. And it's stuff like that we really need here in the ecosystem. And we're very excited to be providing. And we really view our network not only as partners, but also as one large family. The Syndicate family, the Syndicate's larger community, and we will always have everyone involved in our network in mind as we do our programming, as we look to bring more engagement everywhere across the board. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's just one thing I wanted to mention.
100%. Yeah, and another thing too is our Syndicate newsletter. So we're hitting people on Discord, right? Which is a huge platform. It's the platform for all Web3 communities. If you have an NFT project, you're gonna be on Discord. There's no question about that. That's a must, and it's been like that for ever since NFTs have been a thing, right? But another thing is not everyone has Twitter, Discord, or even Telegram, but everyone has email. So we have a newsletter, and this is actually our bridge to reaching Web 2 to Web 2.5 users. When we went to Consensus, for example, right, everyone was asking us for a Telegram, right? But not many people were too interested in Discord. But some people might have been interested in Twitter, right? So we have this fractured system where people are not on literally every single social media platform for crypto related things, but everyone has an email. So we can hit everyone here. And this gives us a direct line to our users. This is a platform. Email is a platform where we truly own our content, And this is our way to engage with them, right, directly. So for me, it's have you guys ever seen any business or project focus on gathering emails of NFT users? I haven't. And the reason why it's so important is that NFT users and the NFT community are very valuable. And Daniel Allegra from Yuga Labs said it best, is that the Web2 businesses understand that the Web3 participants are very financially valuable, right? These guys are buying tokens, they're degens, they're buying NFTs, all these things. And being able to connect with them and inform them about what's going on in the space is going to be very important for us, right? So there's Syndicate News, the newsletter and the news bot. So here's a news and network, right? Here's a look up some of our partners. And we have great people in here, Turtles, Wolf Capital, Jelly Rascals is in here, but we have many, many great people. These are just some key ones. And these numbers are slightly wrong. We just keep growing, so it's hard to just, update them all the time. But yeah, we provide free news to people. And in the future, we're gonna introduce a subscription model, right? Where you can actually get additional news on top of the news you get for free. And this could include altcoin news, DeFi news, charting, a bunch of different things. In terms of the offerings, we're not too sure, but we have a great idea where we're going, right? And of course, we would not just offer something without, speaking with our network, speaking with our community first. And this is exactly why we have those pilot programs, right? So again, Syndicate is literally built by the entire community, not just people in our Discord, but the entire network. It's a totally different project, totally different business, nothing you've ever seen before, right? We're truly building with the entire space. So yeah, that's something that we're going to be offering is a subscription service. And of course, another way of monetizing the network is promotion. You will be able to send sponsored news on product, software, services, mints, or any big announcement you'd like to our news network. So, another avenue where people cannot advertise on Discord, right? It's not a thing, and it's a shame because every NFT participant is pretty much on Discord, and we can send out so many things into the network and reach so many people, right? So we're very bullish on this, and we think it's going to be a very, very big part of our monetization strategy. In terms of how the news looks like, you guys have seen it. The Solana news, hot crypto news, the market stat, the awesome thumbnail, and then the poll, right? But I want to put some things into perspective and why we believe Syndicate is so big. So right now we launched these 4 pilot programs, right? 4 different questions, 4 different graphics, and we saw a humongous uptick in the amount of votes we get. Discord doesn't actually allow you to see how many people are viewing the channel. So this is our way to kind of circumvent that and kind of see how many people are reading the news. All right. So with our pilot programs, our regular polls get 100 to 200 votes per poll. The pilot program, we have gone over 200 votes every single poll. This one was our most with 326. And this ties in again with building with the community, building with the entire network. We're literally taking live feedback from the entire Solana community, not just the Daily Root community, the entire Solana community, and we can actually gauge what they like. And this goes into where we want to take the news. We don't want our newsletter to just be you read the news and you're done. We want it to be an interactive experience, right? We want it to be an entertaining thing that you make habitual, right? Kind of like Wordle from the New York Times, if you've ever played the Wordle. But with Wordle, we're translating the same principles to this, making Syndicate a daily thing for the entire Solana community, building long-term brand awareness, not really focusing on hype, but long-term sustainable relevance and brand awareness, right? Modeling ourselves kind of like Matrica or Subber, having, they're absolute, they have insane presence in the space. Everyone knows who they are, right? And we want to build the same thing. Everyone will know who we are. All right. So here's our numbers, right? Lots of votes, 326, 273, 223. And let's put them next to some influencers. You guys probably have seen these guys. You probably know who Erkin is. You probably know who Anglio is, who Solo Hub is. And with our votes, which is essentially likes, I mean, the engagement is there, right? We send out a Syndicate news post, and we're matching the likes of the top influencers on the entire blockchain, right? These guys have built their audience up over 2 years, right? Since Solana started. We built our audience in 4 months. Where will we be in 2 years? Right? Just to put things into perspective. So yeah, go ahead, Socrates.
Yeah, I also want to mention, like, whenever you put it like this, it really just demonstrates the power of the Syndicate network. And I'd also heavily emphasize that our audience is entirely unique to these influencers. Because if you look at someone like Soulhub, Birkin, Anglio, all the homies, if you imagine it like a Venn diagram, part of their audience is going to be intersecting with one another, right? But when it comes to us, our audience is entirely on Discord. None of these guys have Discord reach, right? And no one, that's kind of where we fit in. That's the unique and interesting and intriguing part of the Syndicate network, is turning this otherwise closed social media platform into something far more open, far more interconnected. And we are able to capitalize on that for everybody's, the good of everybody. And there's a lot of cool stuff we can do, especially whenever we move into a more exciting market environment, which could be things like, if more new people are coming into this space, we can promote educational materials. We can promote transparency. We can let people know when a drainer is sent out. We can give security alerts, right? There's a lot of public good we can really do with Syndicate, and that's why this is so exciting, right? We're not just the Syndicate community, as Jericho mentioned. We aren't just the Daily Ruse. We are everyone. We are the partners, and we are the Syndicate family as a whole. And it's super exciting. So yeah, I'll close it there.
For sure. Syndicate is Solana. Syndicate is Web3. Syndicate is every single chain. Syndicate is multi-chain. We are not going to be stuck on Solana. We are Web3. That's how we look at things. And again, these guys, not shitting on them at all, because I mean they have actually done a lot of good for the space, because they have a lot of reach. In a bull market, they brought a lot of Web2 users, brought people into Solana, which is fantastic. But again, 2 years of building their audience, us 4 months. So where will we be in 2 years, right? Imagine where we will be in a bull market. So there's that too. But again, why are we getting so much reach? Well, look at this. Discord is the number one. Discord has 200 million active users. It's actually 300 million. It's 100 million off. Or actually, no, I think it is 200 million. It's 300 total users. But here are all these legacy crypto news outlets without any Discord readers. What is the only news outlet with Discord readers? It's us, Syndicate. It's Syndicate. So we are taking we're rapidly taking market share right now, and we're going to continue taking market share through our affiliate program, through our NFT, through all of our different marketing efforts, and gaining more servers, more readers over time, right? We've gained about 100 servers per month so far, and that is only going to go up from here, right? As we expand into ETH, as we expand into Polygon, as we expand into all these different communities, and that's just Web3 communities. We haven't even talked about Web2 communities, right? Gaming communities, music communities, lifestyle communities, all over Discord. We can, bring our news service in so many places. So, yeah, this kind of explains why we've grown so fast. Now, power of a newsletter. I won't go too much into this, but the thing is that newsletters are very important. They're kind of slept on, and here right here, like New York Times visitors 2x more likely to become paid subscribers if they subscribe to a free newsletter first. Green tech, 80% more time spent on the site. And again, this is our way to directly connect with people, and build our brand, all these different things. But our newsletter can also be monetized through affiliate links, through advertising, through additional news offerings, right? So there's that. But yeah, here's Syndicate Media, right? This is us providing the live news coverage at events. This is us doing spaces, us doing videos, all this stuff. Here's us at Hacker House. Here's us at Consensus. Here's a person from Solana Foundation. I think this was the COO of Solana Mobile from Saga. And yeah, so yeah, we're going to be going to all these live events. And another thing too is that you can attend, weekly spaces that we do. Bigger Picture, unfortunately, not around anymore, but we can play this really quick. Actually, we'll play this, and then I'll cut it kind of short.
This has by far been my favorite space that I've ever done. I'm gonna save recordings from this space for years to come, dude. If I could take some of the audio clips from this space and throw it into an NFT, I would. So yeah, I think this has been a very amazing experience. I really appreciate each and every one of you for showing up to this space and asking questions. And you guys killed it, honestly. Like, I think that a lot of projects would fall on their face if you guys asked these types of questions to them. And, people don't really ask tough questions nowadays. Usually
we'll cut it there. But yeah, so with Syndicate Spaces, we have our great space host, Socrates. He does all the programming for any of the spaces coming out. And we want our spaces to be an amazing experience. We want to grow our spaces, and they have been growing, right? Syndicate Weekly, our flagship, gets quite a bit of viewers. How many do we get usually? Like 20 to 40?
We had about 20, 30 consecutive viewers, or 30, at once. But I think when it comes to Syndicate's design philosophy for programming, one thing I very firmly believe in is intentionality. And we are extremely diligent when it comes to crafting our shows and making this an experience worth being a part of, right? And whenever you look at the current state of the ecosystem when it comes to, and I won't talk about this for too long, but whenever you look at the current state of spaces and entertainment and engagement here in Web3, you can really see that a lot of it seems a little bit thrown together, a little bit aimless, not too much structure, not a lot of intentionality. And with Syndicate, we're looking to change the game there. We've spent hours and hours and hours crafting experiences that are wholly meaningful to everyone involved. And it's something I truly care about and am excited to be pushing over the next couple of weeks. And that did mean that we had to cut quite a few of our original shows, but we realized very quickly that these shows were out of scope of Syndicate and weren't directly pushing us forward, right? They were fun. I love doing them. I love hosting this stuff, but was it for the best of ourselves and the community and everyone at large? No, right? We're being a little bit selfish with our shows. And as a result, we're redesigning a lot of them. And you will be seeing a lot of cool, interesting, engaging shows and events and entertainment that you've never seen before in Web3. So it's exciting, and it's something I'm looking forward to bringing to Web3.
Absolutely, yeah. Socrates is the space wizard. So yeah, expect our spaces to be popping. But yeah, lots of redesigns going on there. But here's a little book of Syndicate Media. Right?
This has by far been my.
Go next. Okay, there we go.
Also, Jay Shep is the GOAT. I appreciate Jay Shep.
Yeah, that was Jay Shep from Wolf Capital. That's CEO of Wolf Capital. Yeah, he is the GOAT. Okay. So yeah, here's with Syndicate Studios. Here's us, all of our ways of monetization with Syndicate, right? Syndicate News Network, largest news network of Discord communities. And we will have a suite of marketing tools to reach audiences through Discord, Twitter, email, and live events, right? Twitter Spaces, as we grow our Twitter Spaces and grow our presence, one thing that we do want to monetize is that. And not just having a big audience, but empowering the speaker who attends, right? This is a huge thing for us, highlighting the strengths and weaknesses and showing up, basically giving the speaker the best platform to excel. And you saw with that clip with Jay Shep is that if you were actually there at the space, Jay Shep was he was good. He was very good, and it was because we asked good questions. We asked tough questions. It wasn't just us like circle jerking and like how law spaces are. It was truly just a high quality direct questions space. So that's a big thing for us. Syndicate newsletter is something that we'll be building up over time, and also a way of monetization and live events. So if you can't go to NFT NYC, we'll go for you and we'll advertise for you. Something that is not offered in the space at all. Many people do want to go to NFT NYC, but the thing is, Web3 is fragmented, right? You have people from Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, all these different places. A plane ticket alone, if you're out of state, if you're not in the States, is going to cost you a few $1,000s, right? And then the ticket cost is going to be upwards of 1,000. And then all the other costs, hotel and food and all this other stuff, is going to turn to a 5K plus, $5,000 plus trip, right? Syndicate will go there for you. We will advertise for you. Yeah, here's all of our offerings of what we'll be doing. And then holder benefits. This is the juicy thing, right? So daily ruse will always be on the news. This is going to be huge. So all of you guys have experienced, every single one of you, me, myself, too much. You mint, and then what happens? You have a pump, and then you have a little dump, and then you trickle into nothing, right? That's the thing with NFTs. NFTs is a game of relevance, right? You may have a hype cycle. You may be the most hyped thing ever, tripping ape. You might be a tripping ape. Well, what happens over time? You can go from 100 SOL all the way down to 2 SOL just because people don't know about you. They don't care about you. With Daily Ruse, our game, our mission is to build long-term brand awareness. Something that is not really talked about in NFT world. In NFT world, people just talk about, we're going to be the next hype mint. We're going to be the biggest mint ever. Is this sustainable for your holders? Will you be able to retain value of your NFTs? Will you be able to bring back value to your NFT holders? That's the real question. And we've only seen a handful of collections do that. So taking inspiration from people like Famous Fox, for example, right? Having a really wide net on the whole Solana community, right? They are the definition of overtime brand awareness, from Foxy raffles, Citrus, the token market, all their different things that people use. We're going to be the same thing. Instead, people are going to see us on the news, Daily Ruse, on Syndicate News, right? Long-term brand awareness. That is the game. That is the value that we want to bring. And that's going to be built through all of our different outlets of reaching people, as well as our news network. All right, discounts and special offers. So we're going to have a bunch of product offerings. Daily Ruse will have discounts, special offers, and they'll get priority access to these features, to beta tests, to all these different things, right? So not only benefiting our community, but this also has a benefit to Syndicate. We can actually test out discount codes with a group of people before we actually launch it on a broader market, right? So really powerful. We can test out discounts on a smaller level, see which one does better, and then bring it to the larger market. And the affiliate program, something that no one has done in the whole space, is a lifetime revenue affiliate model. So what does that mean, right? Well, one, you can get paid by getting our free news bot into servers. That's right. If you guys didn't know, our news bot's free. You invite it to a server, you will get paid. We are already doing that, and we will be doing that with the Daily Ruse. Why are we doing it now? We want to test it out. We want to test out the affiliate program. I've been working very closely with my network leads to get the model correct, and it will help us with the Daily Ruse, right? But on the back end of that, you get the front payment of getting the news bot to the server, but you also get lifetime revenue. So let's say you onboarded a server, and that server actually purchases a Syndicate service, whether that be a sponsored news post, a space, a newsletter post, whatever. You will get a cut of any revenue that server brings in, whether or not you sell them on that service. So let's say you onboard Turtles, and Turtles spends whatever amount of SOL, you didn't even talk to them. You'll get a cut of that. And we can do this process easily right now because we have an affiliate code. We track who you've onboarded, the exact time you've onboarded them, and it's going to be essentially tied with that affiliate code. Now, this also gives you an incentive to go out there and also sell our products too, right? So building this business together, growing together, pumping our own bags together, that's huge for us. And the reason why this is so important is, how many projects have you seen do, guys, we're going to do passive income. We're going to do tokenomics. You're just going to buy the NFT and stake, and you're going to make money. How many projects of those have stuck around? You guys remember Koi Shogunate or Fuji Lions? Where are they now? They're gone. this is the thing with Syndicate. We do not want to just piss out revenue, right? We want to build this business together because we believe if we build this business together, have more brand awareness, grow the bot, grow our revenues, we can get this all back to holders, unlike any project ever. That is our mission, right? Active income, not necessarily passive income. Passive relevance, active income, right? Some things that aren't, listed here, as well as what type of project do you know of that actually involves the community in the decision making, where you actually have true control of where the business is going, right? Every move Syndicate has done, we have taken in the community feedback, the pilot programs, everything has been built with the community. When you're a part of the Daily Root community, your word matters to us, and you will build this business together with us, right? Whether that be through feedback, whether that be through a DM, we're going to listen to every single person. Your voice will not be unheard. And I know from my experience when I am a part of projects, I feel like I have no fucking control of anything. I can't do anything. I say like, we should do this, and then they're like, no, we're not even going to look at your DM, right? So many projects, too many projects, and even projects where I have like a really big holding, like I hold like a ton. There's a few projects where I hold like 2% of the supply or some shit, and they still don't listen to me. So, with Syndicate, whether you hold 1 or 100, you'll have a voice here, and that's gonna be big, right?
One thing I want to mention, it's funny we're talking about this because Jericho takes everything so seriously. Like he'll come over to me, he's like, Socrates, everyone is so mad about XYZ, and it's like one person talking about it or something. Like we hear everything, and it's always so important to us. It's like, how can we accommodate for people? How can we incorporate this into our vision and then come to some kind of implication to the network? So transparency and open communication is something we value extremely deeply, and as Jericho mentioned, is something we'll be using effectively throughout the collection and in the network as a whole.
100%, for sure. And lastly, too, is the kangaroo art. First kangaroo collection on Solana. Okay, I mean, they're pretty nice. We have Hang Jack in the crowd repping his kangaroo. It looks pretty sweet. Looks like the Cheeto Man. So yeah, the kangaroo art, I love it myself. And we'll be the only kangaroo collection on Solana, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, round 1 pre-sale. So here's some new things here, right? We are going to be cutting our supply, okay? And I'll tell you why. We're cutting it from 5,567 down to 3,500, okay? Now, why are we doing this? One, okay, the bear market is difficult, right? To fully grasp the audience you want to successfully sell a mint. But 2, how we're building this business, we only want to get people who are true believers. Having less people, but having higher quality people. Like we don't want to be necessarily the project where you want to flip, right? We don't want people who will ditch us. We want true believers here. And that's how we believe this NFT will have lots of value long term, and how we could reach heights that no other NFT collection could, right? So lower supply, higher conviction community members. In terms of the pricing, all the pricing you see in the white paper, they will be increased. Okay, we don't know the exact number yet. We're still working on that, but the price will be increased. Okay, so there's that. Now, in terms of this supply of 3,500, it's not quite 3,500. I'll get to that in a little bit. But if you are interested in pre-sales, we are just opening up pre-sales now. We are officially verified by Helio, fully doxed on Helio. So we have the verified badge. If you want to participate in pre-sale, please DM me. You can just do it right now or later, whatever. And if your community is interested in pre-sale, let's do it. There's going to be very, very little communities that we are actually reaching out to for pre-sale. So we're trying to do this in a way that is very democratized. And yeah, so just reach out to me. In terms of vesting, there will be some sort of vesting, but that is also TPA. More info on all this stuff will come soon. Okay. High voltage worlds. Dennis, I see that you say right here, for my HVW, do I still get a RU? Yes, you do. Okay. 1 HVW will equal 1 root. Okay. But we're going to do an early snapshot. So you have to have a HVW by this time. Okay. May 24th, 9 p.m. EST. Mark this down. After this snapshot is over, anyone in that snapshot is going to get a room, no matter what. Okay. So this is your time. It's available on Magic Eden, Tensor, or all secondary marketplaces, and you can grab them right now. I'll say this: the price of a HVW right now is definitely a lot cheaper than a mint. So it's a good time. But after May 24th, if you buy on May 25th, it does not matter. You will not get your root. So get it before May 24th, 9 p.m. EST. Yeah, 1 HVW equals 1 daily root. This was our OG collection, and we want to reward our early believers. So yeah, so definitely, guys, I'll actually stick on this slide for a little bit so you guys can really soak it in. But before I continue, Socrates, you want to add anything?
No, sir. I think the daily ruse are going to be very exciting. I have a lot of internal programming cooking. So we'll be having some stuff that's really engaging in our community. We also have a lot of external programming, such as the spaces that Legendary and I both run on Sundays. We have the Syndicate Weekly. We've got a lot of cool stuff. So not only will you have the utility-centric affiliate program and benefits of the actual NFT itself, you will also have a lot of cool, unique programming that's very in line with our vision, my love for intentionality and program design. And I think it's going to be something definitely to be a part of, because I'm not half-assing it, to be frank. We're going to be doing stuff that's super intentional, super beneficial, structured, not chill. I'm very against chill. I used to not be, but now I've kind of learned my ways. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everyone involved. And yeah, we're definitely not half-assing it when it comes to community. That's like my whole job here. So yeah, I just want to mention that.
100%. But that being said, we can move on. I think that's pretty much it. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, our network is your net worth. This is what I like to say. That is what we like to say. As the network grows, so does your bags. So that's the whole point of Daily Ruse. But we can open it up, guys. This is AMA time. You guys can ask all your questions. I'll go through the questions. Or
yeah, I can read them to you. Yeah,
you want to read? Okay.
Yeah, so we did have a question about the HVW converting to a RU. We already knocked that out. One thing is, what would be the benefit of holding a daily RU? If you would just want to really briefly cover that again, Jericho.
Yeah. So building long-term value, long-term relevance, and brand awareness via our all of our avenues of reaching people. The affiliate program, lifetime revenue. With our lifetime revenue, you will be earning probably more than any other project if you actually participate in it. We had Girk onboard 10 servers. He earned almost an entire Solana from that. So it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. And discounts and special offers, as well as building with the community. It's a community first project.
Yeah. And then we had another question from Elijah, which is, what if I'm part of a certain project, then I decided to add the Syndicate bot on that project server? Considering I'm an affiliate, would that count as a sale?
Absolutely, yes. So here's the thing with the affiliate program, right? We want to reward people who actually make an effort of being a Web3 career professional, right? So, for example, we have King Boo, Taskmaster, Task from Ghost Kid. He is a part of 1 trillion projects, right? And he onboarded like over 10 projects within the first 3 days, right? We're not going to punish him for being well connected. We're going to reward him, right? And we want you to have a lasting relationship with that project, not just onboard them, but let's say they have a big announcement coming up. You can go back and say, hey, would you like to promote your product or whatever announcement in our network of Discord communities? So absolutely, we want you to not be stuck with what you got, like constantly growing your network, constantly getting more career opportunities. 100%.
Absolutely. And the only other question I'm seeing in the YouTube chat, I could be wrong. The only other question I see is from Hassan, which is the homie. If you don't know him, he's a goat. Trust homie. He says, "You guys have done a good job curating this network and community. How does creating an NFT collection help you guys moving forward?"
Oh man, so the NFT collection, initially we actually were gonna do this business without NFT collection, but after thinking about it and speaking with some of our key community members, uh, but when Syndicate, like from HBW, it made a lot of sense to do the NFT collection. So a few reasons. One is a fundraise, absolutely, right? We have big ambitions and we want to fundraise so we can meet those ambitions and provide value to our holders. Two is the nature of this business. We already saw with our current affiliate program how effective it works. We only have 20 dudes. These are volunteers. They just like were like, cool, I'll do it, right? Now imagine when we have stakeholders who have a financial interest in the success of Syndicate, right? Now we can utilize our community, empower them, and have them go out, grow the network, add a free bot into servers. You know, they up their sales game, they up their networking, all this stuff, and they get paid. So that's another reason is that, and also having a community while you're building in Web3. Like we really believe in the new paradigm of business, which is the old way of building a business or something like this, at least a human first business, having an NFT community that advocates for you, who believes in you, who gives you new ideas and feedback is very important. Not just people who go out and literally bring service to us, but having a community that talks to us. Super important. That's the way that we learn. That's the way we adapt, and it's very valuable. So that as well.
Yeah, and I think the stakeholder component is something we definitely understand. Having people represent the brand and the identity and building that culture from the ground up is extremely important to us. And we did have another question for me, which is Sock. Since you're part of some other projects, will Syndicate Network be your top priority now? So one thing I will say is I do consulting work, particularly when it comes to Discord security for quite a few projects, dozens of projects. But the upkeep for that is very low, if not minimal, if not nothing, most of the time. The only service I do is maybe once a week. There's an issue I have to help solve with people. But other than that, I mean, I'm basically full-time Syndicate, and I'm not too involved in other projects. And I'm not on any other projects as a team member, like as a core team member. Syndicate we've been working on, as Jericho mentioned, for months and months and months. It's been like, I don't know, like 9 months, almost a year at this point. As he mentioned, we were originally something entirely different. We were a whitelist platform. We got front ran and we were just kind of slow on development, and we ended up pivoting again, pivoting again. And that led us to where we are today with the Syndicate Network. So when it comes to my time, the only other thing I'm doing in this space is maybe New Age Founders. I host a space for them every Wednesday, but that's only 2 hours of my day where it's also beneficial to Syndicate. I mean, I get to meet founders of which can incorporate our bot, join our network, be a part of that program. It helps me be a better space host. We get exposure to different audiences. A lot of what we do in this space, both Jericho and I, are very symbiotic with Syndicate as a whole, and it's something we're very intentional about, right? We've cut stuff before. We've cut relationships before or engagements and stuff like that because it doesn't contribute to Syndicate in one way or another, right? As I mentioned with some of our older spaces, we ended up cutting a lot of our, I accidentally rugged the Twitter space we had open, but whatever. When it comes to like some of our older programming, right, we revisited that because it wasn't contributing to Syndicate. So it's something we're very conscious about as founders and are continuing to iron out and ensure that whatever we're doing when it comes to being involved in this space contribute directly to Syndicate, the holders, and the community at large. So that would be my answer to that question.
100%. Sam said, I'm particular about the ads. We don't call them ads. We call them sponsored news if you're referring to that. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, just drop them. I think we're good. Did you check your Discord?
Are all these before mint or after? So I think that's in relation to the airdrop. Can you talk a little bit more about that, Jericho?
When are they going to get airdropped? I see. Okay. Yeah, so the NFTs, you will get snapshotted at this date, May 24th, 9 p.m. EST, and the airdrop will be post mint. So more details on the mint date and the pre-sale allocation, all this stuff will come later. But yeah, you will get the airdrop post mint. Right now is basically if you get an HVW, you're essentially getting the daily roof for an incredibly low price. And it's just guaranteeing your seat at the table. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm not seeing any other questions, but maybe we should talk a little bit more. Go ahead.
Elijah asked a question.
Okay, I can read it, which
Okay.
is, since you started with YouTube AMA, will you be doing Discord AMAs too? So
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to do this just so we can show ourselves. This is the first time doing it, but yeah, Discord AMA, Twitter Spaces, we have experience with all these platforms. But for sure, next stop is probably going to be Discord. Yeah, I think so.
yeah, and one thing that's always true about Syndicate is we're always down to experiment, right? We're trying new things all the time. We have different pilot programs. We've done stuff in the network. We tried new things in the network. We tried different space types, right? We really challenge our comfort zone. And this was a good way to do that, right? We've done YouTube AMAs before. We've done it simultaneously on YouTube and on Twitch. But today we said, hey, we're already looking at docs. We want to show people our faces. Now we really kind of give a fuck about what we're doing. So let's go ahead and give it a shot on YouTube. So when it comes to other AMAs we may be doing, this will also include Discord. This may also include Twitter. And it's going to be something we're going to be feeling out over the next couple of weeks or so. And definitely going to be a lot of fun to explore as mediums. So for sure.
100%. Dennis asked, what is HVW related to Syndicate? So, why exactly are we airdropping daily roosts to this collection? HVW is actually our OG collection. So me and Socrates are two-time project owners. HVW has its own purpose and a premise, but HVW was initially a Solana NFT collection based on crypto mining utility. With my past, I have a Bitcoin mining farm, and essentially we were going to purchase these miners with the mint funds raised from HVW and host them there. But the craziest things happened. Tornado hit my mining farm and kind of decoupled HVW from that utility. So yeah, HVW has its own purpose and will have its own utility role and all this other stuff going in the future. Not related to Syndicate. It's its own separate collection, but that's the relation. It's just our OG collection.
And I would mention, I mean, we live in the central U.S., so that's something we accommodated for, right? We had insurance for, and we fought with insurance about our policy and our claim and stuff like that for like several months. And we didn't want to just sit on our hands when it came to working in Web3, being involved in crypto and stuff like that, and just waiting for the check to come through. So we decided to work on Syndicate, right? And that's where that kind of came from. And by airdropping to high voltage, it's kind of coming full circle and congratulating everyone who's been involved with us, supporting us from day one, and further supporting that. So yeah.
100%. Many of the key members of Syndicate, such as Drizzle, Gurk, Hangjack, they came from HVW. They've been with us for over a year. So yeah, we've lots of community members there, building this future with us. But Chiefs, go ahead. You can read it.
Yeah, this is a very fun question. Do you consider DGen News as your competitor? I understand that they don't have a news bot, but their audience is quite big. So I'll let you handle that, Jerko.
Yeah, DGen News is absolutely not a competitor to us because DGen News is a Twitter account. Syndicate is a full suite media company, and we have been making moves that DGen News has not, right? With DGen News, we actually appreciate the things that they do for the ecosystem because they do have a large presence and they have brought a lot of people into the Solana ecosystem. They keep people aware of the Solana ecosystem. We appreciate that, right? And we think in terms of all news services, the more the merrier. If there's more news, that means that there's more avenues to keep people educated and informed and to bring more people into the ecosystem. because if the ecosystem grows, we all win. Okay, that's the beauty about news, and we learned this a lot with consensus. All these news companies like CoinDesk, The Block, all these people, they actually collaborate with one another to grow their reach together, right? The ultimate goal is to have widespread adoption, okay? And you can't do that as a sole news company. You want other people to bring that awareness. But in terms of, are they our competitor? Who do we see as competitors? They're not our competitor. We're not a news company. We're a media company. News is just 20% of our business. In terms of, they have a big audience. We have a pretty big audience too. We have 1 million readers, and we have 400 servers. We're the only Discord bot, right? Satisfying the needs of these Discord users.
Well,
So
I would mention that there are other Discord bots that exist that provide
are.
news, but we're the biggest by market share by quite a big margin, and our product is a lot more developed than everyone else's. And I don't know if you want to go into that, Jericho.
I won't list off the people that we see have news Discord bots, but yeah, in terms of market share, like we are the biggest, yeah, for sure. And the people who have been around, have been around longer than us, but no, Legion News is not a competitor to us. We actually get that a lot based on surface level. It's like news, and 2 NFT, Solana NFT news projects, but we're not a news project. We're a media company.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think just to add on to that, we have a level of infrastructure that people like DJ News don't have, right? And this kind of goes back to our strength over news conglomerates like CoinDesk and whatever. They don't have Discord reach, we do, right? And to go from 0 to having Discord reach is immensely difficult. And as a result, is something that's a little bit protective for us, right? We've already spent that time, we've secured that audience, we've taken that space, and is strategically, we're in a entirely different position than something like DJ News, which is primarily on Twitter.
I want to say this. Syndicate has Socrates as a co-founder. He's a Discord security expert. He's verified or whatever by Goodnight, the premier Discord security bot for Web3 communities. Also, he's the Discord security specialist for Trust Labs. Okay, so in terms of just understanding Discord infrastructure, the intricacies of what bots will do to your bot and all these different things, we have that knowledge that other people do not, as well as, like you said, infrastructure, right? Our Discord news bot, we're not just throwing news together and we're shipping it out. We have a writer, we have constant revisions of what we send out. We have the pilot programs, and not just that, like I've even talked about this, legal and tax basis. Okay, the entire affiliate program is going to be legal, right? Paying a global audience, So with my previous venture with my crypto businesses, this is something I've learned quite a bit of having good legal foundation for the business, which a lot of businesses do not. Everything we do is above board. So that's another big thing. Okay, Drizzle asks, when we see Syndicate in Meta, I need to see my Rue on a virtual billboard. What's really interesting is that I think Portals reached out to one of our affiliates to do a partnership with them. So maybe not Meta, but maybe Portals. I don't know. We haven't explored too much with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff we can do in the future. All of these different kind of partnerships are 100% on the table. So it's something we've been thinking about. And that's the cool thing about Syndicate is when you look at what we're doing, we're a media company. We also have a lot of infrastructure. We're accommodating for Discord audiences. We have a lot of flexibility, right? There's a lot of cool shit we can really be doing when it comes to engaging our community, our extended community, that is those who engage with us on our network, those engaged with us on our Twitter spaces. Like, there's a lot of modularity, right? So if we deem that, this is actually a lucrative and interesting opportunity for us to pursue when it comes to like the metaverse or something, we are fully able to do that. And it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And Syndicate, more than ever, has been a fantastic creative endeavor, right? There's a lot of creativity in play with our business and approaching things from different mindsets, different perspectives. And we always love different perspectives, especially from like all the homies like Drizzle, for sure. So, yeah.
100%. Let's see. I think that's it. Is there any questions in the Discord? Let me see. I haven't actually paid attention. We've got a new partner. That's good.
No, sir. No, nothing in the Discord.
Nothing in Discord. Okay. Well, I guess there is not too much else. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the next 2 minutes. But I think we're looking to wrap up. Another thing too is that with this new supply cut and new mint price, as well as the HVW NFT, a purge is coming. We are going to purge all of the people with whitelist roles and pre-sale roles sometime this week. So be on the lookout on Discord. And going back to this, I forgot to mention this. The total supply is 3,500, but we're airdropping about 1,000. So the mintable supply is going to be only 2,500. So
Ish. Yeah.
Ish. Yeah, it's going to be 2,500 ish. So a lot less than 3,500, about 1,000 less. So yeah, we're going to be very, very selective on who actually participates in this mint. We only want the truest, the bluest, the best believers. So yeah, there's that too. So yeah, we will be purging everyone who I see in this chat. Everyone who dropped a comment, you're safe. You will not get purged, and we will
Drop a
you.
comment. Yeah, if you're here, you showed up, you supporting the homies, drop a quick comment. We'll make sure we got you hooked up. Sure.
You can drop a comment. You can drop your Discord handle so we know exactly who to give a spot to. But yeah. Okay, Elijah asks, what is the best alpha you can leak to us viewers? HVW is very cheap.
It is very cheap.
It's very cheap. The mint price is going to be much higher than what HVW is right now. So that's probably the biggest one. HVW is very cheap.
We've got in terms of other alpha, we've got some really cool partnerships coming up.
Yeah, can we leak the partnership? This is
not yet. I don't think we should until we got the stuff locked in. Because we got calls scheduled, so we'll be talking about that.
We do have some big partnerships coming up. We do. They've been 2 of them have been locked. We just haven't announced.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's some cool stuff. We have some cool endeavors coming up. New shows, new programming, new external programming. A lot of stuff is being finished in the back end, like our infrastructure, our back end stuff, and like actually doing the news and stuff. Like it's looking better than ever. We're building a lot of cool tools for us as the team to be able to make a better product, and we're laying just a fantastic foundation. Like a lot of it has already been laid. We're kind of just ironing stuff out, and from there, it's like we're in a sandbox, right? We're basically playing Minecraft, dude. The amount of shit we can fucking do. So yeah, that's what I would say.
I think we can leak one, which is the one that's already like we're already working with. Let me
just say it.
I can say it. Okay. Well, okay. I can kind of leak 2. I'll leak 2 of the 3, a little bit. One is if you look in the news, one of the partnerships is in the news, in an obvious way. Other one is Soul Sniper. So we have a partnership with Soul Sniper, and we have access to their APIs, and we're working with them on some stuff. So yeah, but there's Soul Sniper, which I can tell you now because we've been working with them, and then the other one is in the news. Hank Jack says floor is up 30% from this AMA alone. That's good.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Let's go.
All the HBW homies, bro.
Anyways, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for this space or this live. It's our first one ever. We're intending to do at least once a week. One live a week, and a lot more to come, guys. This is it's kind of like a reset. We're kind of resetting the daily ruse and what we're doing, and having a new approach. We wanted to have a really broad market approach and grabbing like as many people as possible, but we realized just how this business is and how we want to curate the community. We only want the truest of believers. right? And this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna reset Daily Brews, reset Syndicate, and we'll have a new path forward. But of course, HUW, if you haven't yet, grab one. May 24th, 9 p.m. EST. We'll have an announcement in Discord to remind you. Anyways, Sargis, I think that's it. Do you have anything to say?
No, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up next week. We have some shows on Sunday. We have a show in the morning, Syndicate Weekly. That'll be at 12 p.m. EST. And then we have our Syndicate News Review, name pending. That's going to be Sunday at 7:30 p.m. EST. So we would love to see you on both of those shows. They're very exciting. They're very fun. And yeah, I'd love to see you guys not only in the audience, but also on the speaker panel. All of our shows, or most of our shows, are very open. Well, Syndicate Weekly in particular, Syndicate News Review, not so much. But we'd love to see you guys engage. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff happening in the Discord. So if you like our vibe, everything we're doing with Syndicate, we would love to see you there as well. So that's what I'll say. And yeah, good to wrap it up from there.
For sure. Okay. Well, I'll take on one last question and we'll wrap it up. Elijah said, will badges remain? Badges will remain. It might be kind of changed, but
it's going to be overhauled. The badge system is going to get an overhaul soon. Yeah.
But there still will be badges. Yes. But yeah, thank you. Bonzo is the one producing this show, is our dev.
Bonzo's the GOAT. Yeah.
Bonzo's the GOAT. You never hear from him. You never see him, but he's silently working. He makes Syndicate happen. Syndicate bot is programmed by him. You guys don't even see it, but there's updates nearly every week. So yeah, we're always developing too. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much. Sargis, I don't know how to close this. This is your thing to close.
Yeah, well, what I'll say, guys, is thank you once again for being here. If you're not already in the Syndicate community, definitely join us. You can find us at Syndicate, or was it discord.gg/dailyruse. You can hop into our community, join us, and we would love to have you. If you don't already follow us on Twitter, please go ahead and do so. We are Syndicate News _ on Twitter, so go ahead and drop a follow. Turn on those noties. Would be much appreciated. I am HV Socrates. I don't know where he's going to be for you guys, but wherever my finger's pointing, he's HV Jericho. HV Bonzo is our third founder. He is the homie. He's the developer. He is the dude who's actually building. We are just LARPing. So definitely support him as well. But once again, thank you guys for being here, and I hope all of you have a fantastic rest of your day.